been a long time coming. Had a lot going on. I do apologise. However, the public test server, PTS, and I do understand PTS, it literally is public test server. However, 90% of my gameplay should not be this. I start matchmaking, and then I crash. Like, if they are already in the mission, I just get kicked. Delta 5, I believe it is. And then trying to find a group that is actually at least remotely full to do the mission is near enough beyond impossible because everyone is crashing. We've been complaining about the deltas for, my memory is not that bloody good, years, more than. And it's still happening. If you're going to do a public test server, the first thing you should do is make sure people can fucking connect. Really bored of it. So far, this test server is 100% not worth it. Don't bother. You'll spend 90% of your time trying to bloody connect to the mission. When you do connect, you'll get 1 or 2 people, of which point, unless they're beyond ridiculously skilled, you won't be able to do the mission anyway. As well as where people are trying to figure it out, people are just dumb. A lot of the time that I have seen, it's hack a console comes up with the circle, like we've all bloody seen, sit in the circle, wait for the hack. People hack the console and then piss off. And you'll be doing like one part for 10 minutes trying to figure out what the hell and what's gone wrong. Because where they've hacked the console, the marker for it's disappeared. And people will be constantly joining and disconnecting and joining and... Yeah, it's a public mess server. It's not a public test server. It's an absolute travesty. Potentially the expertise leveling proficiency thing would be worthwhile. However, I have had a few reports from friends in my clan that say that whenever they then log out of the public test server, do whatever, and then log back in, all of their proficiency and deficiency is gone. It's all gone. They're starting from 0 on everything. I'm yet to find, basically just rage quit just because I can't deal with this. You would think a company, an established gaming company like Ubisoft would be able to actually have a server you can bloody connect to, but you can't. And then when they go, oh yeah, we put all this great content in, guys, we have to test it, we bloody can't, because 1, we can't connect, 2, the things they want us to actually test just don't stick around. We're unable. It's literally unplayable. The new missions itself, like rant over. The new missions itself don't seem too bad. I kind of wish they either just got rid of the pathing, or they sorted it out. Because so many times now it would be like, oh yeah, go over here. What, through a bloody wall? Oh yeah, just go through the wall. Can't do that, I'm afraid. And you've got to like double back on yourself, go the whole way around to get back to the weird little marker it's actually frigging telling you where to go. And it's just like, either get rid of it and let us explore, but give us a bit more time, or, you know, give us better bloody pathing. Melee is another one. I had one where literally a hunter this far away from me swung his axe and it still hit me. He didn't throw the axe, he swung it like a melee attack and it still hit me. So melee still needs absolutely sorting the fuck out. There are invisible walls that you can't shoot through, which is brilliant. I love that one. There's actually one in this. It didn't actually click till God knows how late. But I'm literally just sat there shooting an invisible wall. It's like there's loads of enemies around me that can shoot me, but I can't do anything to them. It was absolutely fucking fantastic. Okay, yeah, so maybe the rant is not over. Basically, my basic point of this is, I get that it's a public test server, it's going to be rough around the edges and they want us to test things. The problem is, as it stands, it can't just be for me either. I mean, just keep an eye on the bottom right, you'll see people join and then disconnect. They're people trying to get into the mission and then they will delta out immediately. So I know more people are having more delta issues. At the moment, there is nothing for us to actually test because we can't test it. The missions themselves aren't even in a state for us to test. The proficiency and expertise thing, I haven't looked at it myself just because I'm struggling to even get anywhere with the damn thing anyway. But if the reports that I'm getting are true of where people are literally logging out, having a cup of tea, logging back in, and they've lost everything, then we can't test that either, can we? So it's not a public test server at all. It is literally a travesty. They need to close it down, get rid of it, sort it till it's at a point of where we can test. Here's the invisible wall, by the way. Look, nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm hitting, I don't even know what I'm shooting. So I come back around. At one point I go upstairs trying to like ping people. I can shoot that guy, but I can't shoot the guys behind me for some weird bloody reason. Yeah, when I go up on top, more invisible wall, can't shoot anyone, and yeah, it's annoying. The idea of the expertise thing does seem pretty cool. I kind of feel like we need to get something for the proficiency though. Like we're literally going from level 0 to level 10 proficiency and we're getting nothing for it. All we're getting is, at the end of it, you have the ability to do this. Great, what about while I'm doing it? I mean, if they're going to do it level 1 to 10 or we get nothing for it, why not just make it one big ass XP bar rather than 10 of them? It just... The whole process just seems dumb. All of it. It is just pure, unadulterated dumb. And I was so looking forward to this, and I'm really happy we're finally getting new content. I don't think I put my expectations or like the level of what I was wanting, like the bar, I don't think was too high. But fuck me, did they ever find a way to just swan dive under it. They weren't even close. They just, yeah. I would actually be happy if they just scrapped this thing altogether and just kept the game as it was. Like, I'm that disappointed in it. I can't. Maybe it is just me. I mean, the new mission is nice if it fucking works. Most of the time, it doesn't work. Most of the time, like, you can't let someone just join and then disconnect immediately. Someone else join, disconnect immediately. Someone else is now joining. Oh, and disconnect immediately. Like, it's just, this is all you get. Like, it just doesn't work. It is not in the state yet of where we can actively test it. I don't know if it's a permanent feature, but the I'm assuming everyone knows where the season vendor is, outside the White House. If you go left, there is a little laptop there. If that sticks around and we're constantly able to buy named caches rather than having to wait for seasons, that is an awesome idea. I applaud that. Just because named item exclusivity through the Dark Zone is dog shit, and I still stand by whoever came up with that idea, fire them immediately. Yeah, you're forcing people into a game mode and not everyone wants to play that. I think last time I looked at the statistics, something like only 16% of Division 2 players are active within the Dark Zone. Like, and you've locked content behind there because you're dumb. Quick tangent, literally from Herbie, one of the officers in my clan. He said the 3 pieces I upgraded on to XP2 haven't saved. I asked him if it was on the PTS. And he said, yep, lost my experience on my gear, and again, if I log out, I lose the upgrades. So what's the point in this? Like, just from that alone, what is the point of the public test server? Like, their idea behind it, everything they thought it could be, I applaud that. I think it's great. Just the way they've done it, I think is less than subpar. And then the way that they've got us to test it on the public test server is just, it's not happening. It's just no point. You'd have more luck with a chocolate teapot. At least that will actually maybe give you some hot chocolate. This just gives us some time wasted, a bit of pointlessness, a bit of stupidity, and oh yeah, wasting more of your time. And I do feel at this point people are now losing faith in the developer. I have come across quite a few of the developers. Yannick, I've seen, is quite prominent and active in a lot of the larger streamers. That's great. Maybe he should maybe visit some of the smaller streamers and get their opinions, because honestly, I feel like they're the ones carrying the game forward. Another lovely little tangent, just because I'm a tangible human. Mwahaha. I had a few pieces that I knew that were ready to upgrade. I just couldn't be bothered. But yeah, after getting reports of people saying that they're not keeping their upgrades, I thought I'll quickly log back in. I'll upgrade it, log out, log back in. Lo and behold, my upgrades have disappeared, but I don't even get my mats out. So it's not even like it's a minor problem. All my mats are still gone. And I've lost the upgrades. So my proficiency is still there, which is kind of nice, I suppose. It means I can just regrind the mats. But the point is to test this, right? As of right now, I can't test it because I've lost my upgrades. So it's not a public test server anymore. It's a real shame because I love this game. I've fought for this game a few times. I've had heated debates with people, pros and cons of it versus things like Warframe, Destiny, other alike games. And for me, this is miles better than any of them. That's just my personal opinion. I love this game. I think it is absolutely brilliant when it works. Problem is right now, particularly on the PTS server, it just quite simply, no ifs, ands or buts. I'm aware people will have different experiences and not everyone's going to be having the same thing as me, but I do know plenty of people that are having the same issues as me. And as it stands right now, this is trash. This should not be on the market. This should not be on a public test server. This should be a closed alpha right now. Because this is unworkable. This is unplayable. And I'm kind of bored of it. So many people in the community have given Ubisoft a massive hints on how to improve the game, how to push it forward, make it more community based, get more love for it, both from the community and from the developer, and we're ignored. And we get this in return. So yeah, I'm probably not going to be playing the public. When phase 2, I will dabble in each phase. My dabbling for phase 1 is over because this is pathetic. And I just kind of want to enjoy the game that I know and love for how it mostly should be on the live server. Because as it stands right now, this is trash. This is hot trash, and I'm done. Probably gonna get a lot of hate for this video, but when you see something you like and enjoy get flushed down the toilet through absolute stupidity, this is the result. So yeah, have fun, good luck, don't die. It's bad for the health.